interrupt this broadcast to bring you very important news from News Channel 9. There's been an outbreak in Atlanta, Georgia, at Georgia Tech. We go to Eric Vergendewey.
So, Dennis Oliver, can you please explain to us what has happened and how this all began?
Well, the patient at the hot dog varsity, unknown name, because we are not allowed to give out the secret information, has eaten a hot dog, and I am sure it was the start of the disease. Because right after he bit into it, he started changing. And he ran after a guy and bit into his neck. And he also has experienced the same changes.
So practically what you're saying is that a new disease has come.
Yes, and it's a cause of a nationwide panic.
Yeah, Lord. Got it. So here I have with me Eric Vergendewey and Damon Blevins. Eric, can you please explain to me how many people are infected with this new disease?
Okay, so since it started, it's doubled each day. So we'll start off with 1, then it'll double to 2, then double to 4. So it's pretty much everything to the power of 2. So day 3 we'll have 8 people infected. Day 7, 128. Day 14, 16,384. Day 21, 2,097,152. And day 30 is pretty much just taking over the world.
Yes. Which is obviously not
Which is really bad, so we need to fight back.
But on the bright side of all this chaos, I heard that you, Damon, has made a cure for this infection.
This is true.
So please explain to us.
Yeah, it's essentially these uses radiation to, in other words, diagnose you with the cure, and it's essentially like an MRI, and then they're doing that. We've developed a cure out of what to see what's wrong with it, and after we've done, we've been working on it for some time now, and right now, as it goes, it's about $100 per cure. So we're in day 7 now, so it should be about $12,800 to cure everyone. Which sadly we can't do everyone at one time, but
We'll go as fast as possible.
Got it.
Okay, so we'll be calling Oliver, which he is recently working on curing the zombies and evacuation. We'll call him right now. Damon's gonna be asking a question, I'm gonna be asking a question, and maybe he might be asking a question.
yeah, it takes a minute because he's probably busy.
To be fair, I think
Okay,
that's
hello
awesome.
Oliver. We want to ask you a question. Where are you planning on sending the evacuation route?
We are sending them to the ballpark stadium that is in Tennessee.
Okay, which are you sending the survivors or the zombies?
Survivors.
Okay. And what are your plans for the zombies?
We are going to use a siren to draw them all in the varsity so we can give them the cure.
Okay. And how are you specifically going to give them the cure?
We have to tranquilize them so they don't bite us, and then we have to inject it into the head.
Okay. And Damon's going to ask one last question, or if anyone else wants to ask questions.
I am
Abraham?
Elsa here.
Abraham,
I am a terrorist. I started this.
we have another terrorist in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we were gonna ask, not that this one's gonna do anything this time. What we were gonna ask is, how long have you been prepping for to fight off these zombies? I mean, I know you shouldn't know anything about it already, but still.
We've been prepping for several days now, and it's almost been a full month.
I guess that wraps things up then. Does anybody have else? And no terrorist you cannot destroy us this time.
Darn.
Okay, so
But I did start this.
You're gonna lose. Just
Whoops.
face it.
I kind of hanged it up and called him.
Cut.
So we doctors use a small amount of radioactive materials and inject it into the bloodstream, treating them as tracers. The materials are carried into a certain organ by the blood. Because they are radioactive, we can use a special kind of camera to detect the motion of the tracer. The camera then sends the information to the doctor's computer, which in turn detect any problems with the organ, such as the zombie disease. And I'll take it to Eric.
Now we're gonna go over to Zach with his information.
And yes, he looks like a terrorist, but he's really not.